holding my cover.
Your cover was upside down.
Look, the library's closing.
I know.
We've got to ditch the librarian so we can stay here tonight.
Oh no.
Paige, I really, really need your help.
The last time you said that, I ended up with my mom's tuna casserole under my bed, and I got grounded for 2 weeks.
Yes, and I'm still sorry about that and your uncle's temporary boldness. Huge. This is Smithsonian.
Huh?
You know, it's historical and everything.
Oh, Smithsonian.
I'm gonna hide. Pretend like you're leaving, then you hide too.
Daddy,
It's an adventure. You won't be sorry.
I'm already sorry.
Anything to check out, Paige?
No thanks, I'm just on my way out.
Very well. Just leave your book there. I'll be sheltered.
Thanks, Mrs. Hardesty.
Good evening.
All right then. Good night, Mrs. Hardesty. I'm leaving now. See you later.
Yes, good night. Kidnapped. Hello? Is anyone there? We're closed.
Gabrielle, have you completely lost your mind?
Not completely. I brought flashlights.
This is crazy. I'm getting out of here. You can have your crazy library adventure by yourself. Oh no! The library door's bolted shut.
Yeah, library's closed.
Ugh, there's no way I'm spending the night here.
I think we're stuck.
You're not stuck. You want to be here. I'm being held against my will, which is called kidnapping.
Don't be such a drama queen.
Gabby, best friends do not kidnap each other.
But this is a special case. This is a real adventure.
I get my adventure out of books. It's called reading. You should try it sometime.
You want books? I've given you a whole library full, and what you're gonna see tonight is wild beyond your imagination. It beats anything you'll ever read in those books.
That is an ignorant statement bordering on illiteracy. Wait a minute! I have my cell phone. I can call home or even the police or something.
Paige, everything's taken care of. I called your mom today and asked if you could spend the night at my house. She said yes.
You lied to my mother?
I didn't lie. I just asked if you could. She said yes.
And your mom?
She thinks I'm at your place. See, it's brilliant.
It's a catastrophe waiting to happen.
Paige, please, you haven't seen anything yet.
See what? Shadows?
Just wait.
What's the matter with... No service? How can that be? I am in so much trouble. My life, as I know it, is over.
It's about time.
Time for my life to end?
Time for the adventure to start.
I don't know what's so adventurous about trespassing in a public library.
Shh. Any moment now.
Ooh, look, dust settling on the books. Wow.
Look, you see? Shh. What's she doing?
I don't know. What does he mean?
I think she wants a book.
Look, she's crying.
Yeah,
Why?
she's sad.
Was that real?
You saw her, and that means I wasn't going crazy.
You've seen her before?
I was walking by the library last night, and I saw a light in the window. I peeked in and saw her. Nearly freaked me out.
What's she looking for?
Shh.
I thought you said she can't hear us.
I could be wrong.
First thing, or whatever it is.
So you don't want to escape anymore?
Are you kidding? This is more than adventure. It's mystery. The mystery of the haunted library. I've always wanted to be Nancy Drew.
Hey,
Did you see how she was dressed? Definitely not from around here. Unless it was 100 years ago. Check over there.
okay, but what am I looking for again?
I don't know. Something a ghost would read. I'm not seeing a thing. Except that, Gabby, on the table. That book wasn't there before. Look how old it is. Let's do some reading. Did you hear something?
Probably just normal nighttime library noises.
Yeah, or a ghost.
It's not even a real book. Someone cut a big chunk out of it.
The pages are cut away to make a hiding place. For this.
Hey, here's a note. Dare disturb the dusty tombs, the unreal walk, the closed night, rising when the bounty flows, bright and glassy lunar light. It's like a poem.
It is a poem. The train. This word isn't tombs though. It's tomes. Disturb the dusty tomes. And it's pronounced closed, not closed.
But what are tomes?
Books. Listen. Dare disturb the dusty tomes, the unreal walk of the closed night, rising when the bounty flows, bright and glassy lunar light.
Oh, I don't get it.
Well, disturb the dusty tomes. That must mean to open a book. Maybe one that hasn't been opened. Go get a book.
Okay, but how do I know which ones haven't been opened in a while?
Check the classics.
Okay.
800s literature. And watch for ghosts.
I didn't need that.
Lunar light. Moonlight.
Found a tome. Hope it's dusty enough.
Ooh, good one. Treasure Island. I'm doing my book report on another one by the same author, Robert Louis Stevenson.
Let's see. The unreal walk, the closed night. Not sure I understand the unreal. Not sure I want to. But how do we get a leap? We can't go outside.
Don't need to.
What about the boundary?
Books are bound, and pages are sometimes called leaves. So we open the book in the moonlight.
Good thing there's moonlight tonight. Okay. So, the unreal walk, the closed night. Not sure I understand the unreal. Not sure I want to.
Nothing's happening. What I don't get is, why the magnifying glass?
To read the fine print,
Wait, read that last line again.
bright and glassy lunar light.
Glassy moonlight.
There's glass in the skylight.
Or glass as in magnifying glass. I bet that's it. So we focus the moonlight with this. See?
A tiny dot of light.
Let's move the dot onto a word. Let's try a name.
Who?
Maybe that one right there.
Okay, so what's next, Nancy Drew?
Shh. Okay, you go that way, I'll go this way.
Okay.
Watch for ghosts.
Yes, Miss Jim Hawkins.
That's the name we focused on.
In the book?
Yes.
I'm looking for Squire Trelawney. If you've seen him or Captain Smolin, I should very much like to speak with him. It's a matter of some urgency.
Neither the good squire nor the captain is available right now.
You know this guy?
Or, since it seems I'm no longer at sea, would you mind giving me directions to the Inn of the Admiral Benbow?
I'm afraid we're a long way from there.
And to answer your questions, I'm no ghost. But I have no idea how I got here. A moment ago, I was aboard the sailing vessel the Hispaniola. How I got here, I have no idea. Perhaps this is a dream. Such a fantastical place.
I assure you, this place is real. It's a library, and we're your friends.
I've seen no library such as this, though there are books. The sticks that you hold in your hand, that bear the light.
You mean these?
Turn it off. It's an anachronism to him.
And ask for what?
Anachronism. To him, it's out of context.
Context. Like the setting of a story.
Yes. And since he's not in the story anymore, everything's gonna be out of context. We call these things flashlights. They produce light stronger than candles and more focused than lanterns. Would you like to see one? To produce light, push the spot right underneath your thumb.
Wonder of wonders! The doctor would be most intrigued.
You know what I'm wondering?
We should show him our cell phone.
If it works in other books,
Treasure Island.
maybe we should explain.
I know this chart. This is an active one's treasure. Do you see it too? Why is it in this book?
We're not seeking the treasure. In fact, the treasure has already been found.
By whom? That means we're too late.
We took him from the middle of the book. He probably doesn't know how it ends. Listen, I can't tell you everything, but you do defeat the pirates. And in doing so, you learn discernment and the meaning of sacrifice. In short, you prove yourself a man.
If not a treasure seeker, you're indeed a prophetess.
No. She just reads a lot.
I've read Treasure Island. It's your book.
My book.
It tells your story. In fact, you're the narrator. It's written in your perspective. We use your book to bring you from your world into ours.
I never wrote a book.
It worked on Treasure Island. Should work on something else.
You spoke of your world in contrast to mine. How can there be two worlds?
Well, there's the world of imagination, for example, and this one. That makes two.
But the world of imagination, that's not real.
That's technically correct. You're with us tonight because we found this poem. Dare disturb the dusty tomes, the unreal lock will close at night, rising when the bounty flows, bright and glassy lunar light.
Curiouser and curiouser. At least we are surrounded by books I simply adore. They give such scope to the imagination. You love books too?
I'm not too fond of my lessons.
But I do like to read. We are very close to being kindred spirits. My very own bosom friend. So you've met the real Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Yes, they're very funny little men. And I've met the Cheshire Cat and the Queen of Hearts. I should like to meet her again.
Whom I should like to meet more than anyone is the Lady of Shalott.
But isn't she a fictional character?
That's no obstacle if you have imagination. Let's play tag. Yours.
Goodies, you say? Why, that's very convenient for our tea party, don't you know?
But they're goodies for my grandmother. She's sick and I'm going to cheer her up.
I have a grand idea. Invite her to our tea party. That'll make her feel much better. So as long as she doesn't have anything contagious. She's not contagious, is she?
I don't know. All I know is to go straight there and not to leave the path.
Pish posh, my girl. Most counts are simply suggestions.
But what about the wolf? Mother warns me about the wolf in the woods.
Wolves? No such thing as wolves. No such thing at all. If there had been such thing, I certainly would have seen one by now.
But my mother...
What she probably meant was the Jabberwock. It's the Jabberwock you must be where everyone knows that. Now that looks good.
Grandmother is expecting me.
My shadow's supremely good at hiding. It could be anywhere by now.
Well, why don't you come down and help me find it? I was so lucky.
I haven't the time. I'm on the lookout right now, looking for pirates.
I don't think that there ain't any pirates in this place, Peter. It's not normal to set off on adventures without one shadow.
It's not normal to fly either. That I do all the time. It's not normal not to grow up, but I never will.
Oh, Peter. There. I think I saw it. Your shadow?
Beneath your foot, you're stepping on it.
Peter, that's my shadow, and you cannot have it.
There it goes.
Gabby! Have any of you seen Gabby?
Ah, here's the table. Perfect for tea. Places! Places, everyone.
The tea party was a fine idea.
You are not like his tea parties, I guess. What time is it?
Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana.
What? I don't think...
If you don't think, then you shouldn't talk!
Remind me never to visit Wonderland.
He is rather eccentric.
He's mad.
The device that you showed me, that you're carrying in your pocket, does it not contain a timepiece?
My watch says 3:30.
You're right, Jim. 6 a.m. The library opens in 2 hours.
Have some crumpets if you please, and your best butter.
It was not, you seek a female, medium height, with dark hair, and wearing swiggly pants.
Yes. Where is she?
Haven't seen her.
But you just described her, right down to the squiggly pants.
unworthy pilgrim, to Gabby's shrine.
Gabby? Don't you mean Juliet?
What Juliet? That name is strange to me. 'Tis Gabby's name which hath enchanted me.
This is not good. What about Rosalind? Don't you want to be with Rosalind?
With Rosalind, my curious friend, no, I have forgot that name, and that name Flo.
Yep, we're in trouble. Perchance the fair Gabby awaits you yonder. That way.
Love lends me counsel, and it lends him eyes. What light through yonder window brings?
He talks funny.
Why did you bring him here?
I wanted to see what he looked like.
Well, you took him from Act 1, before he meets Juliet. He's still rebounding from Rosalind, and now he's substituting you for Juliet.
I didn't know.
We've got to get him back to his narrative. Romeo and Gabby just doesn't sound right.
This whole thing was a bad idea. Except for you, Jim. We're glad we met you.
Thank you.
But the rest of them, what a mess.
At least it's quiet for the moment.
Greetings, my royal subjects. I have made ready and am now prepared for today's royal procession.
Dressed like that?
What think you of my new garments? Give me your most honest, most candid opinions.
Honestly, I don't see.
Your Majesty, your Emperorship, we are stunned by your appearance.
Stunned. Nice outfit. Spiffy.
Are you daft? I mean, your appearance leaves me speechless.
Well spoken. I trust that all my royal subjects are as perceptive and wise as the three of you. And if not, I will soon know. And one thing is certain. I will not tolerate a fool! Where does the procession begin?
Right that way, your Majesty. Gabrielle, will you escort him?
What am I supposed to do?
Just walk him around for a while.
Right this way, Your Excellency.
This marks the first time I have worn my new clothes in public. And I couldn't be more thrilled if I were raising taxes.
That man has no clothes on. It's a long story, Ren, and a different one from yours. I must be close to grandmother's house, but I can't find the path. Poor girl, we're confusing them all. We're messing up their stories.
Was that lightning?
If so, it was inside. Hey, what happened in there?
He's gone.
Who?
The king, the emperor, the guy in his boxers.
What do you mean he's gone?
Well, he was there, then he wasn't. Poof, gone. Just like his clothes, gone.
Just like that?
Well, he stopped at the book return when he thought it was his throne or something. And then poof, gone, like lightning.
That's it. They touched the book return, they returned to the book. Gabby, you're a genius.
First time you ever called me that.
You've got to get them all rounded up.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. We can't leave them here running amok. World's crazy enough already.
All of us?
Oh. You'll have to go back sometime, Jim.
I understand. Until then, I can help.
Until then, no touching the book return.
No book returns, no apples.
You got it. Now all displace characters to the book return one way or another.
Should we start with one of these?
These two are harmless compared to some of the others. Let's go this way.
Hiya, Egbert.
So, mind? I'm trying to think.
Knock yourself out. And when you do, we can have breakfast. I love scrambled eggs. I crack myself up. Get it? I spy a book. And look, a little spot of moonlight. A light to read by. If anybody asks, I never touch this.
Arr!
Is that your stomach growling at you?
Arr! Feels like I've just been killed.
It sounds like. No, it couldn't be. Hello? Who goes there? Help!
You guys. That's almost everybody except Humpty.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Can we put them back together?
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Enough, Mother Goose, already. What happened?
I came in here to get him, and I found this.
He had to have fallen.
What do you mean?
Jesus crushed, as if it had been hit or kicked.
Who could have done it? Who's left?
Only one, the flying boy with the ears.
We have to find Peter.
Peter!
Peter! I hope he hasn't flown out a window or anything.
Found him.
Where?
Give me a hand.
Hey guys, what if we're not alone?
Gabby, pull out a chair.
Oh, time to get up already?
He's been hit on the head quite hard.
What happened, Peter? Who hit you?
I remember stars.
I'm a pirate. If I had my sword.
A pirate? Captain Hook?
Not Hook. What pirates in this book?
There are several, like Dog, Old Pew, Billy Bones, and of course,
I knew he was a pirate. They all smell the same. And the really bad ones are always missing the part.
What part was this one missing?
His leg!
A seafaring man with one leg.
Silver.
As in Long John Silver?
If Silver's here, then none of us are safe.
Well, he's here all right.
Can you walk, Peter?
I think so. But I won't try flying for a while.
We've got to get you back to Neverland.
I want to stay and fight the pirate!
There's not going to be a fight. We're sending the pirate back where he belongs to. Besides, the Lost Boys need you.
That is true. And Tinkerbell's probably at one of her moods again. It's how she gets when I'm gone. Which way's home?
This way.
Bring Humpty Dumpty, will you?
Or what's left of him? Looks like I'm gonna need a dustpan.
Ah, now, Missy. That's a good girl. I know few schooners what peace and health even their decks swab.
Long John, I mean, Silver.
I'm quite the gentleman to reckon by your way of talking. A body can grow accustomed to genteel addresses and such.
What do you want?
I've always been a hesitant one at making demands. But since you asked, I'm looking for my chart. I want my treasure by thunder!
Do you plan to what to do to me what you did to Humpty Dumpty?
Who him? I thought he was an egg, and I cracked him. Oh, not to fret, my proud beauty. I won't mistake your bonny head for an egg. Page! Sink me by the powers, it's Jim Hawkins.
Silver, what are you doing here?
Perhaps I followed you, my boy. Perhaps I know your boy would fake the chart from Billy Bones. Perhaps I even have that chart back now.
It's not here, and even if it were, I wouldn't give it to the likes of you.
Oh, don't be a lover, Jim. Do you know? You're bound in duties to hand that chart back to me. I tell you it's mine, Jim, and you can lay to it.
All I know is that you're a mutineer, a liar, and a murderer.
Oh, it pains me to hear you say it, Jim. As it pains me to resort to threats. Threats is love. But I'm rough and ready up. Ever ready to luff when the winds are blowing contrary ones. Just you make one wrong move, and by thunder, we'll see the color of her insides.
Something nobody wants to see. Just give him the map or the chart or whatever it is.
Well, now, Missy, that's so real sensible of you. See, Jim, this bonny girl's within half a plank of death. And what I say is, if you got something to give, now's the time to give it.
Have your chart, Silver. It's in this book.
Should be size in a book. Rummage, Jim. I'm Marina, make no mistake. I'll be a sitting member of Parliament someday, riding in a coach with a library alongside better than this one. I like this boy. I've seen a boy better than that. Stop with that. It's Flint's chart. Sure enough, J.F.
You have your chart, now let's back to the Hispaniola.
Ah, first lad if there ever was one. You go on, Jim, if it strikes your fancy. Hoist the Jolly Roger for me. I'll be along. But you'll excuse old John if he first puts his oar in the water here. Methinks this place is rum though it be. May I hold a double loon or two for an old salt like himself. Be seeing you, Jim.
There goes a prodigious villain.
We cannot make him touch the book return. He has a sword.
A cutlass.
Whatever. It was sharp.
You can't stay here.
Wait, I have an idea. We only have a sliver of moonlight left.
No, we cannot bring anyone else here.
Trust me on this. I have just enough moonlight.
Who'd you bring over?
Someone who can help.
Who?
Hello, Mr. Stevenson.
I take it. I'm no longer in Scotland.
No, you're an American. I'm Paige, and this is Gabrielle.
Hi.
So you might have an idea of what's going on. Don't ask how you got here. That's a long story. We wouldn't have brought here unless we needed you. You're not the only one who brought here. You had Romeo, and Peter Pan, and even Snow White. I mean, there's your apple right there. I mean, we're facing a desperate situation, sir, and you're the only one I help. What do you think? Does that make sense?
Hawks behind you! I understand. You brought me here to deal with Silver.
But we didn't bring Silver here. In fact, we don't know how he got here. But now he doesn't want to go back,
And you wish for me to intervene.
we figured, well, I figured, if anybody could get rid of Silver, it would be you.
Where's my pen?
Yes, he has to obey you, doesn't he?
Well, it is true that all of my characters are but extensions of myself, and I could do away with Silver with a simple pen stroke, but I would much desire not to intervene directly, for I have Jim here in the flesh.
Me?
Jim, you are my eyes, ears, and hands. You have everything you need.
For what?
You have all the resources to subdue the pirate and send him back where he belongs. You can do so, and do so you must.
But how?
One hint only. Remember where you were when you first found out the truth about the sea code. Remember where you were.
When I first learned the truth.
Do you remember? Better think fast. Oh, vast me hearties. I found some pretty swag by thunder. Worth a few pieces of egg to some lover, or devil take me for an idle fool. Jim, my boy, I'm pressing you into service. You with your good two legs. Load this booty to the door yonder. Jim, the apple! Oh, that's smartly now. Old John's gonna rest his spell before he commences to stave in that door and weigh anchor herself. Hold a moment. You know, old John loves a good apple.
tea cook. I remembered I was in the apple barrel.
And you used what you had been given. Wisely.
But how did you know about that? And how did you know my name? Have you read my book?
I have read it. In fact, I know more than just your name, Lottie. To give an example, the Hispaniola had been abandoned. You boarded it and foraged for food, finding some biscuit, some pickled fruits, a great bunch of raisins, and a piece of cheese, all of which you stored behind the rudder head.
But those are details I told no one. Not the captain, not the squire, not a soul. There was no living witness.
Even so, I was there.
This is a dark matter to me. There's much I do not understand. But that is perhaps just as well. Some things should remain from.
Do not fear the light, Lottie. The truth is, I have been with you every moment of your existence. I have known your every thought and your every action, for the simple fact that I wrote you.
You wrote me?
He's your author, Jim. He created you. He created your whole world when he wrote your book, Treasure Island. Here. Thanks, Mr. Stevenson, for all your help and for creating such a fine character.
You're welcome.
I wish you could stay. If there was any way we could keep you here.
I should like that, but from what I'm told, I'm needed in my own world. Is that right, Mr. Stevenson?
I create no unnecessary characters.
I suppose you know how to get back.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Paige.
The pleasure was mine.
Perhaps one day you could come to my world.
I would like that.
Oh, good grief. It's time to turn the page and say goodbye.
Hey, thanks, Jim. Took care of that fire pretty well. I think you saved my life.
No need to mention it.
And thanks, Mr. Stevenson. Maybe I'll read your book sometime.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
Please do. Paige, you coming?
Goodbye, Jim.
Goodbye.
What?
You're such a bookworm.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes.
if you wrote me, then does that mean I'm not real?
Do you consider yourself Belgian Hawkins?
Undoubtedly.
And so you are to me.
I believe this is the one you requested.
Oh, yes, it is. Thanks so much.
Never again. I am only coming here during daytime hours.
I'm glad last night made such an impression on you.
I'm a brand new girl. Good morning, girls. I didn't see you come in. Oh, hi, Mrs. Hardstein. Great morning, isn't it? Sunshine and whatnot. You know, when you really get into these books, the characters really do come to life.
What she means is, we like library.
Well, thank you.
Mrs. Harstein, we have a question for you.
Yes?
Have you heard any rumors of a ghost in the library?
Oh, that old story. I shouldn't wonder that it's still making the rounds. Legends die hard, especially around here.
So there is a legend.
The first person we'd like to welcome up is Tori's mom, Mrs. Lossman. Ms. Mossman was kind enough to go get us pizza this afternoon, which, if any of you, any of the parents out there, as teenagers, food is the greatest gift you can give us. So we appreciate that very much. I don't think he's here. Is Mr. Urso here? No? Okay, well, anyways, Mr. Urso has helped us tremendously with the sound and the lights and technical stuff, microphones, and letting us use one of the band room's drums to make sound effects. So thank you to him. Miss Valdez, if you would come up here, Miss Valdez. Since day one of Drama Club, since our very first meeting, Miss Valdez has been kind of Miss Kemmer's right-hand woman, and really helping us with expression and how we use our body and how we really show emotion when we act. She's very talented and very sweet, so thank you so much. Miss Pichardo. Miss Pichardo. Has been backstage ever since we got on the stage and started rehearsing. She keeps us in line back there and helps us with cues and whispers lines when we forget them. So big thank you to Ms. Pichardo. You're wonderful. And finally, last but obviously not least, is Miss Kemmer. She's our director, she's also a teacher here. But more than that, she's, a mentor and a friend to all of us. And she's amazing, and I think we've all really learned a lot from her already. So it's kind of especially parents for letting us be a part of this. It's amazing. And to Principal Yazdia, letting us say this stuff. All right.